Hello students, I love you all and therefore I continue to work hard and make videos for you during this lockdown period, and I want that you should not waste your time. I pray that you will use this time for the best of you. And now today I am coming forward with a very important topic. I was talking about the classification of the colloids based on the physical states of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Now then I told you about the interaction between the two lyophilic and lyophobic salts. And now we are talking of another classification of the colloids which is based on type of particles of the dispersed phase. As I say that colloids, you know that when I say colloids, then you say that sir, it has dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Two things are always there: dispersion phase, dispersed phase, and dispersion medium. And then you told me, sir, it is heterogeneous and the size of the colloidal particle is between 1 to 1000 nanometer. If the size of the particles becomes 1 to 1000 nanometer, it will become colloid. That is what we are saying, as we have learned in earlier lectures. Now I am saying that based on type of the particles. Based on type of the particles, we will have three more types of the colloids, and which I am talking of: one, multi-molecular colloids. Multi-molecular colloids. Second, I will be talking of macromolecular colloids. And third, I am going to talk about associated colloids. So here we are going to discuss three types of the colloids. Let us see what we are trying to tell you. Very important topic. First, I am talking of multi-molecular colloids. Multi-molecular, the word itself means that these molecules of the dispersed phase, molecules or atoms or particles of the dispersed phase, they will form aggregates. What they do? They will form aggregates of more than 100 or 1000 molecules. So what is going to happen? That here the size of the molecules or size of the particles of the dispersed phase was less than 1 to 1000 nanometer. That means particles were small in size. But as I put them in dispersion medium, they aggregated more than 100,000 particles aggregated, and they form bigger particles of size 1 to 1000 nanometer. So small particles were there, small particles were there, small particles were there. For example, gold. Au mean I am talking of gold salts. I am talking of S8 sulfur. These particles, what happens is they are smaller in size, but they aggregate, and when they aggregate, they form bigger. So they aggregate to form bigger. This is of the size of 1 to 1000 nanometer, and that is why we are talking of multi-molecular colloids. Gold salts, sulfur salts, or silver or such type of salts, the particle size was smaller, but they formed aggregates. I am saying aggregates to form colloidal particles of the range 1 to 1000 nanometer. The forces which are holding them are weak van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces. What are the forces? There are weak van der Waals forces in them, as you can see, and their molecular mass is not very high. Their molecular mass not very high. So this is the first type which I have told you, multi-molecular colloids. Let me come to the second one, students, which I am talking of macromolecular colloids. What are the second macromolecular colloids? The word itself says macro means it's a big molecule. Big molecule. What are the big molecules? You can have proteins, you can have starch, you can have cellulose, or you can have synthetic polymers, which are man-made polymers like polyethylene, nylon. So what is important is that the size of these particles itself comes in the range of the colloidal particles. They are big molecules, they are macromolecules. So their size is lying between 1 to 1000 nanometers. So as soon as you put these molecules, which we have indicated as cellulose, starch, proteins, polyethylene, nylon, synthetic rubber, they will form macromolecular colloids. Again, here the forces are weak. Van der Waals type, but forces are stronger than multimolecular colloids, because the size of the particle is bigger. So the van der Waals force depends on the molecular mass. So the molecular mass of this is more. Their molar mass is more. Molar mass is also more than what we found in the multimolecular layer. So this is the second one, students. Third one which I am talking is very important type of colloids, which are called associated colloids. This is important question is going to be asked here. Associated colloids. Third one. Actually, there are certain electrolytes at low concentrations. They behave like true solutions, but at higher concentrations, I am saying, which I am talking of CMC, which I am saying critical mesal concentration, they form measles, what we are saying, measles, which are ionic. These measles are of the size of the colloidal particles, and there is a Kraft temperature, which I am saying Kraft temperature. There is a temperature above which measles are formed, and these are what we call as associated colloids. That means the examples we are talking are soap solutions, detergents, students. They have great applications in as a cleansing agent also. You already know what is a soap solution. What is a soap solution? C17H35CO minus Na plus. This is my sodium stearate, which is there. And detergents also we have CH3. You can have CH3, CH2, 11, SO4 minus Na plus. So here you are finding there is two types of groups which are present in them. One is hydrophobic and other is hydrophilic. I will explain to you just now what I am talking about, the associated colloids. This is my lauryl sulfate. Lauryl sulfate, and I am saying it is an anionic detergent. Example of an anionic detergent, and I have a cationic detergent also, students. Cationic detergent also, which is CH3, CH211, CH215, and you have N methyl, and this is my plus, this is my Br minus. So it is positive charge. This is my cationic Cationic detergent, the name is cetyl. This is my cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Ammonium bromide. These detergents and soaps at critical measure concentration. At lower concentration, they are true solution. But as you add more and more at one temperature, which I am saying above the critical measure concentration, above the Kraft temperature, they will form measles. Measles means that more than 100 of these collides, more than 100 of these particles, which I am going to show you just now, they will get associated. They will get associated, and they will form what I am saying, associated collides. So here what I said is that at CMC, critical measure concentration, Kraft temperature, this is my Kraft temperature. What happens? The soaps, I am taking C17H35 C minus ONA. I can represent this is a hydrophobic group, students. Hydrophobic group, and this is my polar. This is a polar part, which is hydrophilic part, students. Hydrophilic. So I can represent it like this. This is a chain, and this is a head. So here you have a tail, and you have a head. This head is hydrophilic. Head is hydrophilic and polar, students, and this tail is hydrophobic. This is water repelling. This is water repelling, and this is going to be water loving. Water loving. So what will happen, students? As soon as you put soaps or detergents in water, what is happening? You have this type of. This is negative. This is negative. This is negative. This is my tail. This is my head. So you have large number of these particles, and when the number of when the concentration becomes more than critical measure concentration, what will happen? That more than 100 of these molecules will come together in the water, and what they do is that they form what I am saying now, measles. This is negative. This is negative. This is negative. This is negative. This is. So what is happening here? As you can see, what I am trying to show you, students, my polar. This polar is attracted by water, and this is the tail, non-polar. It is going and contracting inside. So here more than 100 molecules have got associated to form measles, MIC. They are measles which are ionic in nature. So measles are formed which are ionic in nature. Now they became, their size is of the size of colloid now, and you know one of the important application of the associated colloid, you already know that these soaps and detergents are used as cleansing agents. What is the reason for that? You see, if I have dirt is mostly the oils in your clothes, So if I represent, this is my dirt, which is nothing but oil. So what is going to happen, students? That at the critical measure concentration, this soaps and detergent will form measles, and this is my dirt, which is my oil. With the oil, the hydrophobic part will get attached to the oil, which is my dirt. Okay? And this, what will be the result of this? And hydrophilic part is attracted by water. Water is polar, is attracted by water. So a stable emulsion is formed, and which can be washed away by water. And this is how the cleansing action of soaps and detergents takes place, students. So we have told you these are the colloids, and you will see that since these are bigger molecules, they will have higher molecular masses. Their concentration is also going to be higher, because only at measure concentration this is going to form, and they are you can see ionic in nature. They are ionic in nature, and I have told you that they have very important application and used as cleansing action. One important thing question was asked is about the CMC, or critical mesial concentration. As you can see, this depends on the length of the chain R, which is attached to this group which I have told you. This is RCO minus Na plus. These are our soaps. As the R increases, you will need lesser, the critical mesial concentration will become less. What I am trying to say, important point, that the CMC will be less if R chain increases. If R chain increases in our soaps, and detergents, So the bigger the groups, then the mesial concentration will be less. Normally, the for soaps 10 minus 3 to 10 minus 4 molar concentration is the CMC. So therefore, students, this is the end of this type of the colloids which I have told you, which I discussed. In the next lecture, again I will talk more properties of the colloids.